Thank you. Good morning, everybody. When we were discussing this initiative, as Ralph has described, about promoting the opportunities to buy local, we could obviously think of no better place to launch it than our own Business Expo, where here today we have 200 local businesses gathered together showing the power of the Chamber's members doing business with one another and how that helps our local economy. You know, our mission, which you might have heard me say once in a while, and I'll say it again, is to build Lancaster County into a model of prosperity for 21st century America. And there's no better way that we can do that than to make sure that we're promoting our local businesses and encouraging not just business-to-business opportunities, but business-to-consumer opportunities at the local level. So with that in mind, and as the process that unfolded that Ralph mentioned, today we're here to launch our Think Local initiative, which is an initiative specifically designed not just to raise awareness about the opportunities locally, but to raise the bar about all the opportunities locally for the purchases that you can make when you're deciding where your dollars should be spent. As a small example of the power of that, we have this logo to reference with all these cards around it, which has demonstrated in some way or another over the past month business exchanges locally that have kept dollars here, kept employees here, and kept contributions to our local community strong. Now, to make sure I get this right, I want to just make sure I read this next sentence because this is the key. The Think Local initiative is a Lancaster Chamber-led, community-wide initiative to improve our local economy by encouraging customers and business decision makers to support local businesses when making purchases. Now, I probably don't have to tell you that that's a great idea, but we also have some facts that show it's a great idea, because statistics will tell you that by thinking local, we're going to shore up our community in 5 different areas. The first is that more money stays in the community. Secondly, we will work to create local jobs and sustain those local jobs with local purchases. Third, the local community and the economy are strengthened. Taxables stay up. The local community continues to experience revitalization by keeping the money local. 4, the quality of life is improved. The more that we can do to support our local businesses, the more our local businesses can do to give back to the community in charitable contributions, in volunteerism through their workforce, and this is exactly what this type of program can engender further. And 5th, customer service is simply better when you're dealing with a local company. When you can walk in the door and know that person and they know that you're local, it creates a better business environment for all of us, and one that we want to promote and be sure we're all taking advantage of. So it's with those 5 reasons that we are thrilled to be able to launch the Think Local campaign today. With any campaign and any opportunity to try to reach deep in our community, it's frankly only as good as the execution of the effort to do it. We could walk away today and hope you all remember this, but we know that won't be the case. So to speak a little bit more about the execution of this program, I'd like to introduce Chamber Vice President Cheryl Irwin, who, as she comes to the stage, I will also note, has really been a leader in driving this 9-month-long process toward today's conclusion, and just to make sure the accountability stays important, will be a leader in making sure that it sustains itself going into the months and years ahead. Cheryl?
Thanks, Tom. Well, the success of this initiative is only going to be as great as the number of people and the volume of both consumers and business leaders that we have taking part in that. So in that regard, we have reached beyond the Chamber membership to the broader community to take part in this initiative as well. We've reached out to several organizations that we believe has their own constituents and members that would also benefit by receiving this message. And to date, I'm proud to say that we have 3 organizations that have signed on as partners so far: the Ephrata Area Chamber of Commerce, the Susquehanna Valley Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center, and the Elizabethtown Area Chamber of Commerce. There's also numerous other organizations considering this as well. But the way businesses can get involved in this to prove that you are a local company that employs local people, you pay local taxes, and you contribute back to the local community. And you can prove this by signing our Declaration of Support that's in a packet that we'll have available. And that's how you receive recognition and the designation that you can then use in your promotional materials, your collateral pieces, websites, etc., And then we're hopeful that business folks and consumers look for that designation when trying to make a purchasing decision. So at this point, I'm going to ask Mary and Ralph, as task force members, if they'll be one of the first people to sign off on our declaration. As they're signing, let me just finish up by saying that as you stroll the Business Expo today, and as we're entering the holiday season, that we really keep this campaign front and center. And let's remember that while convenience and lowest price may seem like a good thing to focus on the time that we're making a purchase, it's really going to take all of us to think a little bit more longer term and making sure that we truly want to keep our local economy strong and our friends and our family and our neighbors working. I also want to mention that you will see, probably starting early next week, some ad campaigns through WGAL, Lancaster newspapers, and some other venues. I wanted to also thank Capital Blue Cross for being a major sponsor in helping us kick off this ad promotional campaign as well. So thank you for joining us for this launch this morning. I would encourage you to visit this booth a little later on to learn more about this initiative and talk one-on-one with the Think Local representative about it. I'd also encourage you to visit the website at lancasterchamber.com/thinklocal, and certainly leave you with the message that basically is you can make a difference, so please think local when you're making your purchases. Thanks very much.